Is the Sonos Beam Gen 2 the best Dolby Atmos soundbar in the mid-price range? Let us figure it out in this video. The package from the soundbar is very well. The materials of the package are recycled paper and fabric around the soundbar. Only the cables are in plastic bags. The package has a special form for the Beam Gen 2. The whole thing looks very elegant and reputable while it's environmentally friendly. The speaker is available in matte black and matte white. It is 10 cm in depth, 65.1 cm wide, 6.8 cm high and 2.8 kg heavy. The front design is a whole pattern with the brand logo on it. The connections for power and LAN are on the back side. On the top is a touch control interface with a feedback LED for setting the volume, stop and play. For montation are gummy stands and screw holes on the bottom. The soundbar has one center tweeter, 4 elliptical mic woofers and 3 passive radiators. It only has one HDMI e-ARC, one power and one Ethernet connection, but you get an optical to HDMI adapter too. You mainly connect the soundbar with your phone or another device over the internet. The Beam Gen 2 gets mainly controlled with an application. The application is available for a phone or a laptop. You can control the media player like Spotify and set the volume. The advantage of that is that your phone isn't a media player, so you can use it for other stuff. You can search for music in every linked music library with the search function. You can link your Sonos account and manage your subscriptions in the settings. The system overview gives you a view over all your Sonos systems and the rooms. With room control, you can allow the speaker to use Wi-Fi or Ethernet and set the equalizer settings to change the bass and treble parameters. If you have rear speakers like the Sonos One or Sonos One SL, I will go into detail about them in the following video. You can connect them to your system and set the distance over the surround audio menu for a better surround sound experience, however you like it. You can calibrate the speaker in your room with or without rear speakers, which means you have to start Tube Play and follow the introductions. When you are finished, you can enjoy the Dolby Atmos sound experience. Unfortunately, you can only use that Tube Play feature with an iPhone. Usually, there are two options to get the Dolby Atmos option. You have a soundbar with a speaker that fires the sound to the ceiling and bounces back to you from the upside, like in the case of the Sonos Arc, or you have a speaker on the top, but in the case of the Sonos Beam Gen 2, you have only simulated Dolby Atmos, which means without up-firing speakers. But it sounds like it does. That works very well. The application allows you also to set up volume limit, the V-dialing sync and a smart assistant. You can choose between Alexa, Google or Sonos Own Assistant. With the built-in microphone in the soundbar, you have a fully working smart assistant, which is very practical. You can stream the audio via AirPlay from your Apple devices. You can set the alarms and configure the audio compression. The Beam Gen 2 supports Stereo PCM, Dolby Digital, Dolby Digital Plus, Dolby 2 HD, Dolby Atmos, both the Digital Plus and the 2 HD versions, Multi-Channel PCM and Dolby Multi-Channel PCM. I tested different soundbars and the Sonos Beam Gen 2 is among the best in sound. The rear speaker upgrade gives you the perfect Dolby Atmos sound experience, and the applications integrate the sound system intuitively into your smart home. The big brother, the Sonos Arc or other soundbars at a much higher price range only can beat this soundbar. To be honest, as an Apple user you have a lot of features, but as an Android user you will probably miss them. By using the links in the description, you can get fast to the product and I get a provision when you buy it. Win-win for both of us. If you have feedback, let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, you know what to do, and if you want to see more like that, subscribe to my channel.